Hi, it's Heather with Prescriptive Living. This is where our savvy singles come every week to get tips to fail-proof their life and love. And today we're going to talk about some of the most important aspects in the choosing that people make to get what they want in life and love. Life really is about the decisions we make in our present moment. And we're really going to dive very deep today. I'm a little cautious and nervous about this video because there is potentially a lot of vulnerabilities that are going to come out here. There is potential that I could get very emotional in some of this, and it makes me very, very uncomfortable. But I'm going for it today anyway. And so we're going to get into this. I just wanted to give some of those disclaimers right up front. And now we'll get started. So in life and love, we have to start with what causes people to not experience what they want. We have to start there before we can get into the what to get what you want in life and love. And so there's really one thing that impacts people's ability to have what they're trying to get. And it comes down to bad decision making. The truth is, we all make bad decisions from time to time. And with that, there's always a cost. There's always a consequence whenever a bad decision is made. Now, it's not something that needs to be hanging over anyone's head, feeling like they've failed, feeling like they are inadequate, not being able to trust themselves. But sometimes bad decisions can be very, very costly. Bad decisions in business and not getting the training and preparation and planning needed can mean you lose everything. Bad decisions in relationships can destroy hearts, which we're going to talk about in a minute, impacts your life more than any other factor, destroy families, destroy children. Some people from the aftermath of a broken heart never recover. They literally don't get to a place where they're able to move forward, depending on the degree and how people approach things. Bad decisions in entertainment and fun and just reactions at times can literally lead to a person's death. Because it's dangerous and, no one's really thinking that that's going to be their last moment. But the truth is, every single day that we have breath in our body, we are given an opportunity to make the most of our life, every single moment. And literally, things can change in an instant. None of us are promised tomorrow. None of us are promised anything. But while we have breath, that is our opportunity. And what we choose to do with this life and with these moments is entirely dependent on us and how we choose to approach life, love, and the moments that we're experiencing. So I'm going to talk about the meaty elements of this right now. It's pretty simplistic in a lot of ways. So the condition of our hearts, the condition of our hearts make up the quality of our life. And sometimes life throws us really extreme curveballs that cause our heart to be broken, scared, sometimes hard. And when we have these experiences happen to us, it's natural. It is a byproduct of being traumatized in different ways. But if we stay in that place where we do not nurture the healing of our fragile organ and get to a place where we can reconcile what's going on inside of it and get the healing needed and be able to move forward successfully, what happens is people squander their potential and they squander their life and they squander their well-being. And the truth is, what I'm going to ask everybody to think about and to do is not easy. It is not easy. So please don't misunderstand what I'm saying. But I want to encourage everybody that if your movements in life are not love movements, and when I say love movements, very confident and secure of who you are, walking in the fullness of your power and your potential as a person, recognizing that if something is wrong, you've made a bad decision, you've done something, not hiding and pretending like everything's okay, just acknowledging it and learning from it. Life is sincerely about growth and using our opportunities. Our existence is about the salvation of our souls, our mind, our will, and our emotions, all of which are very powerful in and of themselves. And when people don't nurture first the aspect of their heart and its movement, this is tied to the emotions, they end up not getting what they want in life and love. And so I'm going to talk about this and then we're going to go deeper. But when life throws us bad balls and we don't take the time to stop and sit with our pain and get comfortable and heal through it, we end up tending to just brush things under the rug that aren't really going away. It causes fear and anxiety to become more of a common state in our existence. The only way people get really to the other side of that is choosing to do something different. Because here's the truth: hurt people hurt other people. And when the hurt person is you, you may be hurting yourself, you may be hurting others. But the truth is, if you don't heal, you are the hurt person that is hurting others. And you don't have to stay doing that because you can prioritize your own heart healing and you can prioritize getting to where you want to go in life and love with much greater ease. Okay. We were designed for good things. We were designed for love. We were designed for easiness, right? The yoke is easy that we were created for. It was ease. And what happens when we don't live in alignment with our design of love and ease in our states, we live in a state which is opposite of ease. It's disease, dis-ease. Opposite of ease, disease. People are living in disease states because they are failing to heal in their hearts and heal in their lives and are choosing to stay in the place of fear and anger. And I want to invite you to think about the decisions you're making, because bad decisions, no matter what they are, always have bad outcomes. I'm going to touch on some really common bad decisions that have really bad outcomes just briefly. I'm going to talk about some of the things that can be prioritized to get you into a healthier state. I'm going to invite you to join us in the Love Movement, which is a private Facebook group. And it's going to be a place where every week ongoing discussions take place that nurture healthy emotional healing, emotional functioning, and moving towards dreams. And inside of that, there's going to be a link to a webinar I did as I started to launch truly into this whole prescriptive living, Uncommon Love, Fail Proofing series. The initial video, it's kind of long. It's like an hour and 20 minutes or so. The first 45 minutes is about the decisions we make in life and if we are prioritizing the wrong things. So the wrong things, right, is anything external that's creating your substance or worth. So if it's a position, if it's a title, if it's a socioeconomic status, if it's a person, if it's any of these things, these are things that are externals and not what make up the quality of one's existence. People are trying to strive and fear and worry about their future and planning, like the feeling insecure about their financial abilities and, their ability to hit retirement and how they're not measuring up and all of these things. These, again, are the externals. If you have fresh water, if you have a roof over your head, if you have a job, like you have a lot to be grateful for. And you might be thinking about some of the wrong things, thinking that those are, if you just had those, then everything will be okay. You're failing to recognize that you're living in a present moment. And because you're worried, living in the fear, worry, or anger stage, the flight or flight, you're camping out in those places. Those are choices that people make. When people choose to stay in that state without getting healing of their heart, and learning to rethink how they're approaching life, getting to a place where they can no longer, out of the heart, the mouth speaks. When the mouth is speaking fear and anger, it is easy for everybody to recognize it if they listen. And if you start to recognize that you are in the state of saying things against, oh, online dating doesn't work, everything's this, everything is that, nothing is, all of these things are anger and fear responses. You are creating the reality which you're focusing on. What we focus on is what grows. We can choose to focus on new things with new thinking. This is the first part of the soul, the mind, our thoughts. What we believe becomes reality. And if we are believing the fear and anger states, the fear is away, the anger is against, and we stay there, we are the ones who choose to not get what we want in life and love, because our mind and our heart hasn't gotten to the place of being nurtured and healed where it could be. We all get to choose if we're going to take that stance or if we're going to draw a line in the sand and do something different. The option exists for each and every single one of us every day. What do we want to do with our moments? Now, I'm inviting you to take time to pause, to not feel guilt, to not feel shame, to not feel bad, to not feel inadequate, to not feel insignificant, to not feel inferior or insecure. You maybe have experienced really traumatic things and you need to heal, and you can, and we're going to make it easier to do this. We're going to create a community. There's no barrier to entry to get in there. It's going to be a place where we do only support the movement of love. So it's reframing our mind to think towards what we desire and not towards what we are against or what we're not wanting. It's moving towards what we want and recognizing the pain of what's there that is causing us to stop. There are some very specific things. I know what they are. We cover those in great detail inside of our trainings, the Uncommon Love series, Fail Proof Your Life and Fail Proof Your Love. We can get you. We can walk with you. You are not alone. But if you're believing bad things about yourself, bad things about your life, or bad things about others, then getting what you want in life is going to be difficult if you don't prioritize a new thing. If we focus on the wrong things, we get the wrong results every single time. Love never fails. Love never fails. It has a movement. It's moving towards self, towards dreams, and towards others. That's all it looks like. It doesn't look like anything else. It doesn't look like a baby. It doesn't look like a wedding. It doesn't look like a marriage. It doesn't look like anything that is superficial. It is an act, a behavior, a choice that has very clear movements and directions behind it. And it doesn't live in guilt and shame. It recognizes that we all have a choice. And if we choose to do nothing, what we get is our chosen state, and that is our own choosing. And nobody else needs to feel bad about, what people are choosing. But people who course correct as they make bad decisions, as they have hiccups, as they fail, as things aren't as they desire, the mask that they're putting behind is exposed and they're not operating. If they are course correcting as they go through, they are walking in success. Success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. It is progress towards good things, period. That is what success is. It is not these things that people try to make it be that destroys their life and destroys their well-being. It is not. And so today I just wanted to share this message because living and loving well starts with guarding the conditions of our heart, not only in how we feel, but how we move, how we think, how we approach others, and what we prioritize. And there are a lot of things that people are getting really confused and wrong in relationships and in priorities and in their movements that is blocking them from having what they want. And they don't have to. That's the encouraging news. You don't have to stay in that place. You are going to probably have to face and encounter some things that are real and authentic and might be scary to face. But I can assure you, you can do it. It's going to be okay. You matter a lot. You are so loved. And you have tremendous potential inside of you. If someone hurt you in a really bad way, it's because they're hurt too, and they chose not to get healing. Maybe they didn't know how to. Maybe they don't know what needs to, occur. I don't know exactly your unique dynamics, but hurt people. And sometimes you've been hurt because there's really hurt people who have hurt you. And so now if you're a hurt person and you haven't healed, you're the hurt person that's hurting yourself or others, and you don't have to. So if you want to make one decision that's going to impact you getting what you want in life and love, it is to guard the condition of your heart, for it is tied to your well-being. It is tied to your purpose. It is tied to your dreams. It is tied to healthy relationships. It is tied to success in life. Last thing I'm going to share before we sign off, 2 things. Get in the description below. Join us in the love movement. Information will be in there later this evening. And you will get access to the webinar if you want it. The real stressors in life only make up 8% of the things that people worry about. Most of what people worry about is complete nonsense, and it is a choice. You can let go of the fear, anxiety, and worry if you choose to. It is a decision in part. I'm not saying there's not biochemistry involved, all of that, but there are decisions that cause people to not be in an ease state, cause people to be in a disease state. These are choices that we make that we don't have to. And you don't need to feel bad if you've made those just choices in the past, because we all make bad decisions that have bad outcomes every single time. But if we want new outcomes and you want to know how to get them, it is by healing, guarding the condition of your heart. It's beautiful, and it's got so much fruit that comes on the other side of it. Like I said, your purpose, your passion, your life, your well-being, your love, all of these things in a healthy place come from this choice. Okay? And inside of our series, this is just a quick plug on this, nothing to our entire series. It's put together at a package rate right now of like $67 for over 5 hours of training. It's like a whole year of super intense psychotherapy that is not like wooey, creepy. It's just giving people practical ideas to get what they want. And it's $67 for these 5 hours of training that you will have access to. You will get workbooks to. You can do this in the comfort of your own home. There is a community, like I said, the Love community, where ongoing support is available. And, we can connect people to what they need to get where they're going and to be able to enjoy their journey in life and love. So that is all we're here to say today. If you want to be part of the Love movement, we invite you to join us. And if you want to check out that webinar on the launch of all of this, that'll be in the description below as well. Get social with us, all of that. If you really want to take a step even further, join us in the Uncommon Love series. Cheers to living and loving well. We'll see you all next week. Bye.